The Belleville Area District Library Board will please come to order. Our first item of business is the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Item 2 is roll call. And our secretary is here. Okay. Elma.
Jacobs.
Here.
Fleming.
Here.
Doriga.
Here.
Peters.
Here.
Priest.
Here.
Stoudemire.
Yeah.
Hughes Grubbs here.
We are all here. This is wonderful. Now is item 3 is and Rosemary is here.
Oh,
She's at city council.
She's at the city council meeting today.
So she's gonna have to watch this. Approval of the agenda.
So moved.
second.
It's been moved and supported that the agenda be approved. Are there any comments before we take the vote? All those in favor of the motion, please signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed by saying no. There are no negative votes. Now we're to public comment. I guess we do have one member of the public. I'd like to comment to our member of the public. Congratulations and welcome.
You missed something.
Yeah.
Hmm?
You missed something on the list.
Oh, I missed something.
Yeah,
We did the
Minutes.
agenda.
The
What about
minutes.
the minutes?
yeah.
Oh, we didn't do
What
the
the heck?
minutes. I overdid it. Oh, well.
Madam Chair,
I'm
I
so
move that we
excited.
approve the minutes from October 8th as written.
It's been moved and seconded that the minutes for October 8th be approved. Are there any comments before we take that vote? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by saying no. There are no dissenting votes and the minutes are in order and they are now approved. So we've already done our public comment, except for if you want to say something else, Maria. It's up to you.
I'm looking forward to working with everyone. As I said in the welcome email, that's some big shoes to fill.
John's big shoes.
Some big shoes to fill.
John's
I'm really
big-
excited to get to work.
John's big shoes. Well, we will have January and we'll work on getting things. We have to have all 3 of you. Joy and Alma and Maria all have to be sworn in.
That's right. At Van Buren Township, right?
No, it comes here.
Oh, they're coming
They're
here.
coming here. It's usually Lisa Martin has
Yeah.
been coming here. We've had it here all the time.
Right there.
We are here.
Okay, I thought you had to go to this year, go to Van Buren Township to get sworn in. Okay.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Don't forget, you're gonna have to tell her all the things that you're responsible for. Like adjournment.
Yes. How are we gonna get out? of
Regular
meeting?
building, looking at the building and
Yeah.
finding all the little
You have to
things.
come in here every
Might be
day.
And
spending
you
a
don't have
tiny
to
bit
talk,
more
yeah,
money
you don't
than
have
we
to talk as
should.
much during the meeting.
But if you don't adjourn it, we can't go home.
Well, now that we've had all this fun, we are now to committee report. We are gonna move right along today. We're now to committee reports, and then I know of, none of them are really big. Anything about the building, either Mary Jo or Joy or anybody else?
I have nothing. I see that there was a flagpole appears on the budget.
Yeah, that was actually the old bill from the last one,
Okay.
so we still need to, I'm trying to remember if did the building committee meet before or after the last
I thought it was-
board meeting?
Oh, it was after.
With that.
You're right, and
Oh,
how many
now.
notes? I
I
can't
forgot to
remember
bring
it.
my notes too. 'cause I was there.
Well, we went to the meeting. Do you remember?
Seems so long ago.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah,
A lot
we-
of things happened since then.
What did we decide to do? We
To
decided
move forward with,
that light.
with the,
Sorry.
with the light, well, with light, with the automatic doors for the bath.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah.
That was the
Voted
biggie.
the
Getting a
automatic.
price on that, and getting a price on the vape detectors in the
Yeah.
bathrooms.
That's right.
Right.
And then doing the black, changing the strips on the circular
Oh,
stairs
yeah.
Right.
to black.
That's right.
Yeah, we did.
Yes.
Good thing you remembered all
It's
that.
all coming back to me now.
So
Deja vu.
Maria, we're gonna do better.
We
When
are.
you get on this board, we're gonna do better. This is not our best.
Somebody usually brings the notes.
I usually have.
And Joe usually,
Yeah.
great, no, well, we
I
haven't
did take
had,
notes, but I
we
didn't
haven't
bring
had
with
that
me.
meeting
Me too.
in so long. We're all getting.
Touchy.
So now it's John Jerica's turn to make his
I have,
bylaws
I
committee
have
report.
nothing.
Oh, how surprising. Finance committee, Tanya? Anything?
I do have information here included in it.
Yes, indeed.
There's budget information that I would like to share with all of you. So included in your packet is the budget comparison schedule for the general fund. And this compares our current budget, which is the 24-25 budget, to the 3-month budget and then the 3-month actual, and then you'll see the variance. So there isn't anything significant on the first page, but if we go to the second page, we can see our grand totals. So halfway through the second page, you'll see the grand total for the revenues. So here you'll see our annual budget is the 2.7 million. Our 3-month budget is 283,500. Our actual is $1,166 more than our 3-month budget. And then below here, you will see the expenditures, starting with salaries. The only number here that kind of sticks out a bit is near the bottom, under books and acquisitions. You'll see that the annual budget is the 275, the 3-month budget is the 68,750, and our actual is 39,136. So it's 29,000 less than what we actually had in budget. I think that's more of a timing issue than anything else.
Was that before we had that real big bill from the library network?
Some of the big bills went back to the previous fiscal year, so, yeah.
On the next page, under total expenditures, the budget is the 2,567,177, 3-month budget 641,794, and our actual is 138,955 less than our 3-month budget. So we're doing well. We are spending as necessary, and we currently have also.
Thank you, that was good news. We need it. Any questions to Tanya or Mary Jo? Then I guess, thank you very much, Tanya. And we can move on to the marketing committee. Alma?
Nothing to report.
Okay. The personnel committee, Linda?
Nothing to report.
And the policy committee, Dan?
No report.
And the art committee, no Michelle, no report, but there is new art in in our atrium. And that's the local art from the Baca. So that's always fun. Michelle keeps us moving and changing. So that's our committee reports, not much. We're moving right along with no clock. So we can already go to accounts payable. And it is time for us to look over and approve or disapprove our accounts payable.
How often do we get our windows washed here?
Twice a year.
So it's $6,000 a year?
We have a lot of windows.
It's a big deal.
Yeah.
Is that just outside?
They're here a couple
They do
days.
outside,
Outside,
inside.
inside.
Yeah.
Outside and
Yeah.
inside, okay.
It's a lot of
Yeah, all
work.
the interior windows and, yeah. There's a lot.
A lot of them are around the Dorigo Terrace, and everybody likes
Yeah.
to look out of there.
What are the large screen monitors?
Like this TV over here, was a large one in the front of the circulation desk where we advertise our programs. The one in the teen room, those two, the circ desk and teen room, they were going,
Oh,
the screens were getting bluer and bluer and dimmer and dimmer. And we couldn't,
Bad
they weren't
market.
repairable, so.
We're already at the point of repairing,
Yeah.
replace,
They don't repair those things anymore, you just replace.
I know.
and we still
You
think
can
we're
put them out
the
on the
kids
street,
on the
nobody
block.
picks them up.
yeah.
Crazy.
So the 23 at the bottom, the T-Mobile, the 23 mobile hotspots, that's a once a year?
That's a once a year
Yeah.
test, yeah.
And I bet they're always out too,
They're always
right?
out, yeah. I'm using one right now.
Do you think you'll get more?
If we need to, we will. Right now, we seem to be doing okay.
It's kind of,
Excuse me.
if I came in and wanted to use one, you didn't have.
Oh, okay. We do have
They're
people
probably on
who-
hold all the
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
Are they allowed to be on hold?
They
or
can be
they-
on hold.
Yeah. Yeah. They're always out too.
Madam Chair,
Yes, ma'am.
I recommend that we approve the accounts payable report as presented.
I'll second.
It has been moved by Stoudemire and supported by Chehevitz that we approve accounts payable for this month. Any other questions before we take the vote? All those in favor, please signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed by saying no. The accounts payable are approved. And next, we're done with all the things we have to vote on. And we have the time to listen to our director. Phillips.
All right, I included,
Well, wait a minute, this just go before you.
that's.
You're gonna cover that.
Yeah.
Okay.
I included in your board pack, an email memo from the Library of Michigan regarding our penal fines.
No.
We did actually finally get our check for the last fiscal year. Unfortunately, it cannot be applied to last fiscal year because we received it too late. But we did receive about $39,000, so. But this outlines all of the steps that the state has been taking with Wayne County in order to get to the bottom of the penal fine issue. In short, there are two different types of fines. One are, actual criminal fines and the other are the motor vehicle fines. So somehow, those aren't being divvied out properly.
I didn't know we could see criminals.
I didn't think.
They said there
I think
was
it's
somebody
the majority
who,
of it, I think, is
somebody who left
civil.
and they didn't,
So someone
Tell the
left and then, yeah, so they took.
they knew how to do it, but they didn't tell anybody else how to do
Institutional
it.
knowledge with them, so it was not, yeah, so it was,
So the criminal fines we don't usually get, we're not supposed to get, right? Aren't we supposed to?
No, we're supposed to have a combination,
Oh, really?
and it's supposed to be divvied out by, library by library, so they're still trying to calculate and get to the bottom of that. In my soul, I think we will still end up owing money, but I just don't know the extent of that yet until they come up with what's going on and how far back they want to go, how many years back.
So we
they're
can-
gonna-
It doesn't seem like you should be penalized for something that wasn't your fault. And will we be getting more or less? than what
Penalized for
we-
penal fines just isn't right.
Ironic. Will we be getting more or less?
Probably be getting similar to what we got
So
received
it's-
this
we're
year.
not really
No.
losing except if we have to pay
If we
something.
have to pay, and it looks like they're gonna be setting
It
up.
wasn't your
a
fault
payment
though. I
plan.
think it's their fault. They should have people who know what they're doing.
I will,
On
You
your-
don't tell them this.
On
Tell your
his-
board members
I
that
can-
this
I
is
can
not
understand
right.
that. Yeah, So anyway, I will, once I find out, I'll let you guys know what's
Push
going
back
on,
from
but,
your-
It is a nice thing to get anyway, so it's a win-win.
so, but, you know, as I said, I just don't, I won't know until.
And this was very interesting though, because they're really upfront about everything that
Oh, yeah.
happened. I saw,
Yeah.
that was really cool. It
Yeah.
wasn't like, this happened, you don't need to know the basic, they just
Yeah.
told you
And
everything.
you can see how complex and
Yeah.
complicated it is, so
Yes.
I can certainly understand. So anyway, looks like they've got a Zoom meeting scheduled to try to finish figuring this out. So the saga, I'm sure will continue next time.
And the lesson is document your processes.
Yeah.
And train people, when a person leaves, there should be another person that knows how to do it.
This isn't the first time it's happened.
And we shouldn't be surprised.
Right.
So, we've got, some fixtures on order for the uplighting in the children's room, the colored uplighting. There's, going kaput. So that, there are fixtures there that need to be replaced, so we're waiting for that to come in. And that is out of warranty, so it's not no longer under warranty. So yeah, we've got we're closing in on a 5-year building here, and so we're starting to have
Amazing.
5-year-old building problems.
Replacing things.
Yeah.
Just can't imagine.
I would just want to give a shout out to the Friends. They've been, they just finished up their fall book sale. And they've been doing a lot for our programs. They've, had voted, to fund the training for all of our adult literacy volunteers. And also they're picking up the tab for some of the supplies and refreshments that we have for our monthly memory cafe.
Good.
So that's been a big help to us. They will be selling honey.
I saw it down at the desk.
Should be very shortly, we'll be starting to sell the honey. Hopefully starting tomorrow. Right now we're busy tying tags on all of the.
Somebody
jars,
asked
so-
about it when I walked in,
Yeah.
somebody, and the
Okay.
girls said it's not ready
Yeah,
yet.
not quite,
Do
almost.
we have to, would we
It's
have
gonna
to
be
have
done
the, computers, will we have to have the internet?
They were
up?
taking cash for other stuff. so-
Yeah, they can make
Cash.
it work.
Okay.
But yeah, so it'll be same as last year, it'll be $10 a jar, $3 per person.
What did it produce? Did the hives produce more this year?
I'm gonna have to go back last year and check. I think it's similar. We have 192 jars this year, so.
Well, if we
Is
give you 10,
Hillary learning how to do this?
No.
She was thinking about it.
She was thinking about
so
that's
if
a
we give
lot.
you $10 tonight, you can hold on for us. Rats.
it.
No perks for people who work.
So anyway.
Such perks.
I know.
We don't get anything.
So anyhow, but I'm looking forward to that. It's a great stocking stuffer. It's a great gift.
Yeah, it'll be a nice thing for the holiday.
I have a question on your stats. Oh, I'm sorry. Go
Okay,
ahead.
go ahead.
On the internet use, does that include Wi-Fi?
No, that's just our hardwired.
Okay,
um,
I'm surprised it's going down, but
Yeah.
people are coming in using Wi-Fi.
Yeah,
So-
people do
No, this
come
is
in
the
with their own computers.
hardwired. So
Can that be tracked?
we do
It
track our
depends on the
Wi-Fi.
system.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
We report a number to for the state as well. I can dig that up for you if you want.
No, I just wondered.
Yeah. What else is going on? We have a super book group meeting. I usually don't talk too much
Yeah,
about
that's
book
gonna be.
groups
fun.
because they kind of run themselves. They take care of themselves, but because of the Thanksgiving holiday, we have joined 2 of our book groups together. They're gonna be meeting Thursday, November 21st at 7:00. So then we have special refreshments on hand. so-
I go to one of those book groups and I can't go to the meeting because I'll be out of town, but I've been reading the book and it's hilarious.
Which one?
I'm not it's by James McBride and it's called The Heaven and Earth Grocery
yeah.
Store.
Oh,
James McBride,
is that the one with the Jewish and the African American
right,
in Pennsylvania?
in Pennsylvania, you got it, you must have read it before. It's interesting times to read it, it's fairly neat, anyway, yeah, that's the one, John. And he's really an inventive writer, so. I've read several of his books and the African American Book Club has read several of his books. Anyway, that's gonna be a fun day. Sorry I'll have to miss it, but I'm sure enjoying the book. I recommend it.
So November is also, guess what November is?
Dino
Dino
November. From my granddaughter in Boston, she never comes in November.
So we have a lot of children's programs regarding dinosaurs, and I've taught my staff well, so this year Nikki undertook the job of dressing up as a dinosaur, so.
Not you this year?
That wasn't
It was a
you.
Nikki, so Nikki Taurus Rex was a dinosaur this year, so she had a good time. We did a test run with the costume around the library, and it's so funny, because you go upstairs and nobody gets it.
Even bother.
Then it's like, oh, there they go again.
And the book return is once again a dinosaur
Yeah.
eating up the book.
So, and Nikki's also running, this should be a lot of fun, a trivia night, district trivia night on November 13th.
Tomorrow, isn't
That's tomorrow, you're right. Right, that came up fast.
I agree.
So she's got lots of good
it? Michigan trip.
Michigan trivia, yeah. So she's got lots of good questions. And then the next classic movie series has been moved to December, so it's gonna be December 5th. For this one.
Lots going on, and look at the look at the little extras you put in for.
So I put an article in, just to kind of show you where we're coming from, where youth librarians are coming from regarding early childhood literacy. Talking about what we try to do for kids and parents in that area.
And then all these things we're doing. Chess, how are the chess?
Oh, that's right. Thanks for bringing that up. We've just started a chess club at our library, chess group, and it's targeted at anyone ages 6 through 12 and their guardians. It's every Tuesday at 4 o'clock. We have it in the story time room. And I think we have 4 tables going today, so eight people. Yeah.
This literacy, Maria, you see this? Isn't that one of your
Yeah.
interests, the
Yeah.
literacy piece? And
We're starting, I think we're starting this, I think we're starting to advertise for students. People who need literacy help, but right now we're just really gearing towards training the tutors, so that we're able to.
Is it going on tonight?
There's a training going on tonight, yeah.
Was it in- Where is it?
It's downstairs in the story time room.
Oh, the storage, yeah.
So
So is this the first time that the library's done something?
we did this in the old building a long time ago, and then it kind of dwindled, and it really dwindled during COVID. Everything just kind of went downhill, so we're trying to resurrect that and get new tutors and.
So who took advantage the most? Younger children, younger students, older students?
It's
It's
for
adult
adults, so,
literacy.
yeah,
Oh, adult?
Yeah.
yeah.
I did it last time,
Really?
and, yeah.
So all ages end up.
You did it on the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, the problem is that people who really need it have the kind of jobs that they don't have a regular
Schedule.
schedule.
That makes
And
sense.
so you really have to be flexible if you want to do it
Yeah.
for them.
But it's a great program.
It is. It's a very good program.
And it's a great thing for a library.
Right now, we're just trying to focus on the basic literacy, and then once we get this going, we're gonna start to focus on it.
Question, so how do we, get this out to the community?
Well, we're gonna have a variety of ways to do that. One of the hardest things is sometimes if you can't read the announcement saying, here, learn how to read.
Yeah.
So we're trying, we're gonna take it around to various locations.
Our
where-
outreach,
And sometimes people might know someone who needs help and put them in touch that way, so.
is our outreach librarian working? with
She is
us?
working on that. Yeah.
Does she do TikTok and things like that?
She does lots of things.
Because
Yeah.
TikTok seems like that's,
The way they do
even
it.
politically, that's what people said, really. Young
Yeah.
people.
Okay.
So I was.
Oh,
surprised.
putting
Well,
a TikTok video
TikTok,
up?
yeah, and they're real short. And kids
Hmm.
watch them.
Yeah, people do. It's a different world.
I see the kid, I'm gonna look really dirty right now, but I see the kids from afar across the library and I can't hear them or anything. All I can do is see them. And I just see this. Like, oh, they're TikToking
Some of them are really clever because you can do all kinds of screen stuff, make your head bigger and
Yeah.
costumes on. It's like,
I know there's more to it than when I just did, but from a distance.
There's a lot of things.
Are there any,
On TikTok.
anybody on our staff that does any, can do
Not
any
too much
kind of
on the
TikTok thing?
TikTok, but mostly do on Facebook. So, I'll pass that on to them.
Yeah,
Facebook is really for older people like me. And TikTok is for. Yeah.
but then.
But you got
now-
a young person to do it.
Right,
because-
but they.
You have to have a young, and they know how to do it well, and I can't even, yeah. They're trying to make Facebook people become familiar with TikTok by sticking all these videos.
Reels.
Yes, they do.
Reels, yeah.
That's how I heard about it. I would have never known.
Well, there we go. Our directors report anything else, any other questions for our director? Her report is always the,
I guess I should
Highlight.
add to the report, we talked about it at the beginning of the meeting. The library's internet is down right now, our internet and our telephones. So that's why I'm using one of the library's wireless hotspots in order to run today's meeting. And it's been down for the whole day. It's still down. I think it might have even been down last night at some point. It went down. And all of the libraries in the library network that take part in the telecommunications system, which is the vast majority of them. So all of our neighbor libraries are down as well. So
You don't want
there's a issue somewhere downtown, so I'm assuming it's a physical issue of some sort that they're trying to fix. So, but yeah, it's been a
Well,
crazy
hopefully-
day.
hopefully it will be short-lived. Just think when libraries functioned and we didn't have internet, but that's a different
That
world
was a
from
different
today.
world.
Now it's at the basis of everything.
to call up and ask questions, right? At the
And you had to
library.
look them up in books.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't have, oh, well.
Came in right at the beginning of the.
Well, it is now time for trustee comments. Might we want to hear from our newly elected, re-elected trustees? I can see they're so anxious. Joy?
Well, the whole idea of the election is just kind of traumatic, so. Well, I'm glad to be on for another 4 years.
We're glad to have
you.
Me too.
As my grandkids say, jinx, jinx, they punch you in the arm, say jinx, and you say something at the same time.
Oh, is that
a thing? I'm
I need to
glad
look-
to have Maria on with us and, it'll be another 4 years of keeping this building doing what it's supposed to do.
Mhm. This is one of the solid things we can look forward to for 4 years.
Maybe I'll be more active because I won't be working most of those next 4
Right.
years.
Having,
I might have to
think,
work with first year.
I think the only thing better than having a practicing librarian on our board is having a retired.
Well, they say be careful what you ask for.
I know what I'm getting into with this. Alma, my dear,
Yeah, well, congratulations to all who,
to you.
well, who ran for election and, looking forward to serving. And want to tell everybody to have a great holiday because we won't meet until
After Thanksgiving.
That's
Right.
right.
Tanya,
I just want to congratulate all our winners. Welcome.
Thank you.
And it's good to see everybody. You know, I wasn't able to make the last meeting, so.
and we're glad to have everybody here today. It's a good thing. And we don't have any difficult things to deal with. Well, I don't know. I'll wait for Dan and John. Maybe they'll bring up something, some thorny issue. Dan?
I'd like to say congratulations to everybody too. I mean, it's, it can be traumatic running, but my goodness, it was pretty simple this time. So but congratulations to everybody.
Always gotta knock on wood.
And you're welcome. Yeah, I know. You never know, right?
You never know.
The other thing, we didn't talk too much about the Harvest Festival. I mean, I came up for the Harvest Festival and it was really very, very busy. But it was really nice to see everybody and to see the crowds that were here. I had one really, really nice experience. I was in the kids area downstairs. And I was just getting ready to leave that area and I seen two young boys walking in and it had to be their first time into the library. And as they walked past some of I think we have some neon lights in there and man, their eyes just really lit up. I was like, oh God, and I heard one of them saying, wow, this is so cool. And I was just like, yeah, that's cool to see, that kind of reaction. So, certainly to young
Little
kids,
big level.
and it had to be their first time here. And I was just like, wow, that was really nice to see that. But there was so many neat things going on. So
Yeah.
it was really, really nice. So nice festival, nice activity. And I think your staff should be very proud for what they
They do such a
done.
wonderful job.
Yeah, they do. It was so well organized and so well controlled.
Even though it was crowded, it was.
It was very crowded, but
And Joy didn't have to carry so much of it.
I didn't do anything but buy apples.
I see Mary Jo down there just peeling it.
Yeah, we had a big group. I think we had about 900 people altogether.
Do you think this was bigger than we've ever had?
It was a beautiful day too.
You know,
Well,
there's
that's
this,
okay, yeah.
this tractor thing.
Yeah.
They're doing that's kind of a new wrinkle that's been added in.
think
Does that seem to add?
I think
to
that
what
brought
we're
out
doing?
a
A little
lot.
I think
bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it does. I don't know I don't know how many people that go to see that come to the library, but I do think it adds a lot of people to the town.
John?
Yeah, we were sitting at the restaurant the other day and some gentleman came to speak. He wanted to donate a lot of books to the library.
Oh,
Just
yeah,
felt-
that guy.
And he telling me what a beautiful library we have, and he says he's been all over the world, and we got the greatest library. I said, don't tell me, tell that lady behind me. That was,
I happened to be in the restaurant the same day, but it was the same guy that came over here with all these books about auto.
It's the same guy?
We all asked him a lot of
$30,000 worth of books.
But we don't really.
He finally gave
He
it to me.
found a place for it.
Oh, did he? Good.
Found a home for it.
Yeah,
Yeah, anyway.
but he still likes our library,
Oh, yeah.
even though he did still.
Yeah.
He and his wife
He
It's
just
gets
not the right
well-
collect place for that.
Right.
Yeah.
it
No.
just was.
didn't have the room.
But we,
And
both John and I had pleasant chats with him
That's good.
in public.
Yeah, and the second thing, my wife and I very rarely go to movies, but she did research on this one movie and we went to go see it. It's called Conclave.
Oh, yeah.
It's amazing. So,
Okay.
what do you think?
It was a good movie. Yeah.
It was really, you need to see it. I think it's gonna win the Academy Award.
Is it
Mhm.
it's just at theaters, right?
Yeah,
It's not-
just at theaters now. It just came out. It's quite amazing. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
But I just have one thing. 'Cause you missed.
Oh, yeah, I did. I skipped you.
I happened to be reading the New York Times and it's this Sunday and they had a thing about librarians face a mental health crisis after traumatic events at work. And I just want to remind everybody that these guys have a stressful job and, just do everything we can to, like you come in all the time. I'm gonna try to remember to come in all the time and just check and see how they're doing, because going through the holidays is gonna be stressful for people. And then after the election, it's a stressful time. So they
Well-
take the brunt of it because so many people come here that have problems and they have to remain calm and the best they can with them. And so I really appreciate what you do, and
I think our management has been handling staffing really well.
I
And
think so too.
we've been looking at, that is one of the things that I do try to come and look and just see how things are going. And you can really see this year is going much smoother, after school, the school time and we've staffed it just right now and made some adjustments in the rules. And now it's really enjoyable to come up here and I see the team room being used the way it should be used.
The kids know the rules.
Right,
so.
right, but there can be a lot of stresses in library, and most of us who weren't really professional in libraries have really learned a lot about the social services part of library work. And I worked in social services all my life, I just never thought of libraries as part of that fabric, but it's a big part. So that's part of my comment, because it's time for me to comment. The other thing I have to say is that I am really thankful. I am thankful for this board, for the good minds that we have on here and we can all share. We got one more meeting with John, and John won't leave us forever. He is gonna have to come back to this because he likes meetings, and this is one of the meetings when you don't see a lot of arguing, at least not now. So I'm just happy about what we have here, and it is one of the things, as I look over the next 4 years, it's one of the things I can count on. My library is here, it's established, and it really is a great service to this community. So I am very thankful to be engaged in the work that we're engaged in here together. Now, at 8:10.
Madam Chair.
Yes,
I
John,
make the motion that this meeting be adjourned.
there is a motion on the floor that
I
the
will
meeting
second
be
that motion.
adjourned. There's a second to that motion.
So that was an example.
Yeah.
Yeah.